Olivia, and the screencast is about reading skills. Some facts about struggling readers are 1 in 5 students are likely to have trouble learning to read. 80% of students who are identified for special education will have deficits in reading, and tools are available to diagnose these children at age 5. Some characteristics of struggling readers are that these children talked late or had delayed speech at age 2. These children cannot rhyme, and these children's fine motor skills are below average. So there are 14 elements to a balanced literacy program, and they are reading to children, shared book and writing experiences, phonemic awareness training, organized explicit phonics, decoding, instruction and practice, oral language development and listening experiences, systematic vocabulary development, guided reading with attention to comprehension, individualized reading lessons with attention to the construction of meaning, sustained silent reading, modeling of writing skills and techniques, opportunities for writing every day, content area reading and writing, instruction and practice in editing, and ongoing diagnosis to ensure the skills are acquired. Phonemic awareness is the understanding that spoken words and syllables are made up of sequences of speech sounds. It's possible to tease out or isolate these sounds in order to assist oneself in spelling and writing. Phonemic awareness is a predictor of success in learning to read. So there are 8 steps for teaching reading to students with learning disabilities. And step 1 is to convince the child you can teach him or her to read. And then you have to discuss and know what kind of words the child prefers. Step 3 is determine what the child does or does not know. Step 4 is to determine the level of word recognition. Step 5 is using nonsense words, determine whether the child can blend sounds into words he or she has never seen before. Step 6 is listen to the child read at his or her independent reading level. Step 7 is to analyze your data. And step 8 is to make a plan and set goals and strategies. So word walls they serve as a visual index and as a motivator. You have to add words as they are taught and continue adding words as the year progresses. And then with your students, review the word walls daily. So this picture is an example of a word wall, and you would have A to Z and then all the words that you learn throughout the school year. And a lot of teachers use them for sight words or popcorn words. Word families and clumps. We have to teach the students that when we spell, not every word is a new word. We can look within words for clumps that we already know, and then hang charts around the room with rhyming words. So like the word families in this picture is the add family, the and family, and the at family. And then the clumps are the words under the heading. So working with emerging readers. As an emergent reader, the child still needs to read to an adult every day. For the teacher, we must introduce the concept of the silent E that makes the preceding vowel give the long sound. And then we have to ask the child to recite vowels, including the sometimes Y. So a lesson plan for reading skills. I would have the students, I would have a worksheet like the picture on the right. In the beginning, as a class, we would go over each sentence. And then we would draw pictures that go along with the sentence. So the Common Core standard is with prompting and support, describe the relationship between illustrations and the story in which they appear. So with the first sentence, it's the man stepped on a skate and fell. So for modeling, I would show a picture to my students that I drew that illustrates that first sentence. And then we would use that as a guide for the rest of the sentences that the students would work on their own. And then finally, at the end, once they are all done with this worksheet, they would create their own sentence and draw a picture for that.